morning, Lionhearts. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion, back in our familiar surroundings of Hollywood, California, and the backdrop of this guy. Wow, it's cool to be back in the USA. I am so excited. I get to go pick up JAH today. I don't think that I could be more excited. He's just been a part of my life so long that man, it was a big piece of me missing while I was traveling. But I wanted to give you guys a few observations, a few things about my trip that maybe will help you if you ever decide to do something like this. Things you should know. First off, I flew WOW Air. They were like the cheapest airline. I thought that it was a pretty good deal because they had a long layover in Iceland, which turned out to be awesome, and that's really what I wanted anyway. But I would not recommend anyone else fly there. On my way back, the flight attendants let a literal frat party break out. I actually filmed it, and I'm debating on what to do with the footage. The flight attendants, nobody got to sleep on the plane. These people were, there was like 4 or 5 people spilling out into the aisle. They were playing cards, they were making drinks, and the flight attendants kept serving them. Even beyond when everybody had been making complaints, they still let it go on. And then when we were getting off the plane, there were people in that party that were so drunk they couldn't wake them up and get them out of their seats. So that, in conjunction with the fact they charge you up the wazoo for everything. Nothing comes with your flight. You have to pay for your carry-on, you have to pay for your check bag, you have to pay for water, anything else, and they always do a really long layover somewhere. And I think it's partially like a deal with that country to help boost their economy. So though it may seem cool, just be prepared that if it's a tourist destination like Iceland, you're gonna pay, because Iceland is they said is the #1 tourist destination right now in the world, and it's also the most expensive, which dovetails into what I was gonna say next. Both countries that I went to, Sweden and Iceland, extremely expensive. Beautiful cities, but even Michael said amongst the most expensive in the world. All my cab rides were between $20 and $30 just for like 5 minutes, and that was just standard. When we went out to the meals for pretty much everywhere we went, and just say for the groomsmen's lunch at Black Sheep Arms, you always pay between $35 and $40. I had just a plate and a beer, which I normally wouldn't even drink a beer. I was just doing it because it was like part of the celebration, and everybody else was, it was part of the trip. But it was like $30, $40 every time you sat down to eat. So that really adds up. The museums were, some were free, but mostly they were about 20 to 30 euro, or 20 to 30 like krona or whatever. Oh, the equivalent of $1 in that. Let's say that, $20 to $30. So it was just an expensive trip. So know that going in. And if you're a vlogger, these are my tips for you. You can never have enough memory, and you can never have enough batteries. I went with 4 batteries, and some days I was down to my last battery. So keep that in mind. And if you're traveling to a country that gets rain, buy an umbrella. Always have an umbrella. You're going to need it. Anyway, if I think of things along the way, I'll let you know. It was a great trip. I was so honored to get to see my best friend. I have like 3 people that I would consider best friends, and Michael Carlson is by far my best Hollywood friend, my truest Hollywood friend, and it was great to see him get married, and I was proud to be a part of it. So it was a joy to see his home country, and I loved it. I would love to go back, and I will go back. So Daze with Jordan the Lion, picking up JAH begins now. Oh yeah, you don't see these in Sweden. Can you tell we're back? Good to see you again, palm trees. And good to talk to you again from US soil, Lionhearts. In that bag I have a few gifts for Breck as a little thank you for watching JAH. I hope he enjoys them. Not quite the flowers of Gotland I got used to. And also worth noting for Sweden, be prepared if you go to drink a lot of coffee and eat a lot of bread and butter. They have bread and butter constantly. They pride themselves on their bread and butter, and they will, as Michael said, Swedes will stand in line for 2 hours for a cup of coffee, and it's strong, baby. I loved it, but it's strong. Well, it's time to do the inevitable. Gotta pick up my car, get back into the swing of driving in Los Angeles all over again. Not exactly what I want to be doing, but you can't live in the fantasy world of no traffic forever. Luckily I had a safe place to leave my car thanks to a good buddy. I'm gonna make a little stop along the way and get some gas and get a bite to eat so that once I get JAH, I don't have any distractions from giving him attention. And I'm gonna stop at one specific place to do it because I wanna, I guess, give a little tip of the cap to someone. I just had my first welcome back to the USA moment. In Sweden, all the cars that were accessible to me for the most part were all stick shift. And I just had to make a braking move on the freeway and forgot I didn't have a clutch there. Well, here we are, where Marty McFly rode the skateboard down to start one of the greatest movies, or one of the greatest scenes of all time, here at the Puente Hills Mall from Back to the Future. I actually stopped here because I want to eat at Soup Plantation and get some gas, but the reason I chose to stop here is because a year ago at this time, I learned of what a daily vlogger was. I saw this dude on YouTube named Adam making these daily videos, and I got really into him. And shortly after I got into him, that guy said he was moving away from California and held a meetup here, and I came, and the meetup was actually right over here. I waited in line for an hour and a half for a line that went all the way from basically where that semi is all the way to the mall. I waited for an hour and a half and it was roasting out here, so I finally just gave up and just accepted that walking past him as he took pictures with everybody else was good enough for me. And a year later I get a call that guy a friend, and when I didn't feel comfortable leaving my car parked where I normally park it, he said, "You can park at my place, man, no problem." Offered it up. If you would have told me a year ago that the person that inspired a big change in my life would be a friend of mine that I hung out with every day and ate meals with every day and just roamed the city with, got to know, and then would be generous enough to help you out anytime, I would never believed it. And a lot of the times, traits about me and traits about him we don't put on camera, but I'll tell you off camera, he is the nicest guy. Probably even better than he is on camera. He's just a cool friend to have and a real genuine person. So let's pop in, and I wanted to give that little tip of the hat to him because I appreciate getting to keep my car safe. And now let's go eat one of my favorite places. Like I said, it was all bread and butter in Sweden, so I have to hit the salads. All right, back to an attempt to healthy living again. Well, we're here to get JAH. I can't wait. I'm gonna surprise him. Here we go. Hey, JAH! JAH birdie! Hi! 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 Did you miss me? Did you miss me? You did? Come here. I miss you, bud. Hi. Come here. Good to see you again. Good to see that face. Good to see that handsome face. Look at that guy. So check out what Breck's done to his house. He found all my old concert flyers when Michael and I had our band, and he's hung them up, and he's got even our kick drum head. There were only 2 in existence. I have one and Breck has one. Did you make a friend?
Hi! Hello! Oh my goodness! He's the cutest. See Chihuahua mix?
Yeah, Chihuahua Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. Oh yeah. Look at this. That's so cute.
You and I are going home, buddy. I can see double meanings in that. You know it's bad when you can see the designs on the divider. That building right there apparently is the county jail. I've never been there, but I'm told that's what that is. This literally looks like an accident waiting to happen, if you know what I mean. Well, hello, Argyle. I just thought I'd come by and check in on you since your buddy Adam's out of town on a road trip. And I just figured I'd give you the chance to sing happy birthday to him if you wanted to. I'll count it off. You go ahead. 1, 2. You're not gonna sing happy birthday to Adam? Really? Are you too good for it now? Well, Adam will be happy to know you're staying off the sauce. I don't see any bottles. All right. Just one happy birthday, come on. All right, I tried, Adam, I'm sorry. One last chance. Well, he's back on his home turf, and we've been out for a little bit of a walk since we got back from Brex, and he's just having fun. Peeing on everything that he used to pee on, and sniffing the ground, and reacquainting himself. You're the king of the neighborhood, aren't you, JAH? Well, it just wouldn't be a day back in Hollywood if I wasn't walking amongst the stars behind me. And the next 2 days are gonna be awesome, guys, because tomorrow we're heading out to the desert to film my first music video for John Juan. It's the first time anybody's ever asked me to do something like this, and who more appropriate than a guy who was in my very first band in Los Angeles, and I'm happy to do it for him. It's gonna be a great day. Plus, then the next day, we're gonna be actually going out, we're gonna be celebrating my 1-year daily vlog anniversary. There's only one thing I could think of to do to celebrate that anniversary, so come back and see me. I'm gonna hit the grocery store now before they close. Then we're gonna wrap it up back at home. Well, there's definitely something I learned about myself on this trip, and that is I am a 7 to 10 day world traveler. Anything beyond that, and I'm getting a little antsy to get home. Now let's do some shopping. All right, we have some groceries back in the house, and let's go back and hang out with JAH. I've been gone about 20 minutes. He's probably getting antsy. He's very clingy, as you can imagine. Well, get a good look at Hollywood, because they're not gonna be here much. Next couple days, we're gonna be outside the city. It's okay with me. Yep, you definitely know you're back in LA when the semis are parking on the wrong side of the street to unload their haul to 7-Eleven. Gotta love it. Well, you can tell JAH's adapted to being home again. And thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate those of you who watch my Sweden vlogs, and now I'm back in Los Angeles. I'll be back to doing my Los Angeles vlogs again. Have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye, Lionhearts.